Hello and welcome to the first episode of Michael's Runescape School. Today's topic is the Grand Exchange. This is the place where everybody buys and sells everything nowadays in old school RuneScape. It's north of Varrock, and I will go into detail how buying and selling actually works and what happens in certain scenarios. Okay, first the basics. At the Grand Exchange you can either exchange. Right here you can see your buy and sell offers. You can go to your history, you see all the last stuff you bought. Or you can make sets. So for armor is like this, press on the armor here or here to make it to the set. Pages are down here and other stuff is down here as well. So let's get to the more complicated stuff. Okay. When you put an offer into the Grand Exchange, it either gets insta-accepted because somebody already has an offer inside the Grand Exchange that meets the requirement, or it stays there and waits for somebody to make an offer that meets the requirement. Always the waiting offer gets exactly fulfilled. So if someone is selling something for 5k and another guy wants to buy that and puts 10k in, the item gets sold for 5k. To show this purpose, I bought some Mithril Bolts P+. Actually, I had to buy the bolts and some weapon poison because this item is nearly completely dead, because I can show you here. Nobody is selling it for even 10k. Try to buy one. Nobody is selling that item. And I can try to sell this item for 1 GP, one of those, because I don't want to lose them all if they would sell. So it's not going to sell. So now I'm going to sell one here for 1 GP. And right here on Michael's second, I try to buy this item for Mithril Bolts P+. I buy it for, let's say, 10 mil, and the offer accepts for 1 GP, even though I put in 10 mil, because always the offer that waits gets accepted for exactly that price. Now I put the offer in here for, let's say, or now I don't put an offer in and I put in a buy offer here. Mithril Bolts P+. I want to buy one for 500 GP. Okay, so it's waiting now for 500 GP. Here I sell it for mid price and it gets instantly sold for the 500 GP that I was offering on here on Michael's first. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I wanted less GP here. It always gives the offer that's already staying in the Grand Exchange the first bet. And now I need to shuffle them around to show something else. So I put in 2 of those or 3 of those for 1 GP. So I need to get one on each account. We do this just like this. You can see again, the one instantly gets sold for 1 GP exactly. So we're shuffling it around. So now each account has 1 Mithril Bolt. Now I can show you how the order of offer gets accepted. Always the lowest sell offer will get accepted. So we put one in here for 100, one in here for 200, and one in here for 300. And now if I try to buy a Mithril Bolts P+, of course, for 300 GP, you might think that it will take the one for 300 GP here, but it will take the one for 100 GP from Michael third. Now we have a look. It exactly bought the one for 100 GP from Michael third and not the one from Michael second for 300 GP, which would actually meet my buy offer. Okay, now that we have that, how does it work with buying things? So for buying things, I'm going to put in a buy offer on second, third, and fourth. So I want to buy a mithril bolts P plus here for 1k. I want to buy one here P plus for 2k. And I want to buy one here for 3k. So now each of those accounts has an offer in for buying them. So we sell one here for 1000 GP. So you might think it accepts the one of Michael's second, but it will accept the one of Michael's fourth because he's the highest paying inside waiting, and the highest paying comes first. Okay, now that we know that the highest buying guy that is waiting is getting the item, and the lowest selling guy that is waiting is selling the item, if somebody fulfills their offer, we will check what happens if two guys have the same price for an offer inside. Here, for that, we will buy a mithril bolt P plus for 1k here. We will buy one for 1k on here. And to prove the point, we will buy one for 1k and 1 GP here. You saw that the one on Michael's fourth was created last. So some people would tell you, oh, the one of Michael's fourth won't be accepted, the one first will be accepted. This is not true. First, the one of Michael's fourth will be accepted like I showed before. So instantly got accepted. And now the one of Michael's second will get accepted. You can see that now. And now the interesting part we need to look about is what happens if several items are getting bought. For example, we buy mithril bolts P plus on here for 1k, but we buy 3 of those. We buy mithril bolt on here for 1k. No, we buy 3 of those for 1k. So now I sell all of those for mid price, and now we look what happens. So 3 of those went to Michael's second and 2 of those went to Michael's third. But we need to look at the order of items buying now. So I'm going to buy here bolts P plus. I'm going to buy for 1k. I'm going to buy 2 of those, or no, let's buy 3. On here I will buy for exactly 1k. I will buy 3. What happens if they sell them one after another? So I will sell them. First one goes to first created, like we found out. And now the interesting part is the second one alternates. And now the offer will alternate between the two people. This is an interesting thing that I don't know if a lot of people know that. And the price those bolts get sold is for every single bolt 1k. Because those offers were waiting. I hope you understand the system of buying and selling stuff now. I wasted quite a lot of time explaining this in detail, but I think it's really important that you understood this system before we can start profiting from this system by doing stuff like flipping or selling items for the highest price possible, or even try merging and trying to buy bulk without spending the extra GP for insta buying. Now I will explain to you how flipping works, what the insta buy price and what the insta sell price is. Still with my example of the Mithril Bolts P+. So right here on Michael's second, I am the guy that wants to flip. And then I have the great idea to flip Mithril Bolts P+, because I control this item and I can explain it more easily. So first off, I need to check what the insta buy price is. I realize the insta buy price is 500 GP, so I write that down. Then I sell the item again for 1 GP to check what the insta sell price is. I realize the insta sell price is 100 GP. So now I buy this item, here in our case the Mithril Bolts P+, for 101 GP. I want to buy 5 of those to make a good flip. Now Michael's fourth, a player that doesn't like waiting, comes to the Grand Exchange after he got the glorious drop of Mithril Bolts P from the Mithril Bolts boss, comes to the Grand Exchange, puts them in, presses minus, and sells them instantly. So Michael second now has bought 5 Mithril Bolts P for 505 GP. So now he knows the lowest seller at the moment is 500 GP, so he puts them in for 499 GP to sell them again. So now Michael's fourth realizes, fuck, I need my Mithril Bolts P for whatever reason. Probably, or most of the cases, it's not reduced, but I only have 4 accounts here, and I need those to show that those aren't getting involved in this trade. So now he buys his 5 Mithril Bolts P back, and he paid a lot more money now than before, and we made a profit of 5 times 400 GP, which is 2k, and we lost 400 GP for a price check, so we would have made 1.6k profit. You can do this in a much larger scale with every item in game, and it is done with nearly every item in game that is traded, because somebody needs to wait for the Grand Exchange to do a trade. And if you are not waiting for trades, you always lose some money to someone who is flipping the item, or in most cases lose some money to someone who is flipping the item. Now, after I showed you how flipping works, you just need to find an item. The best bet for that, in my opinion, is g.2007.hq. It got a complete list with every item in the Grand Exchange from expensive to unexpensive. I will put that link in the description, because on the Grand Exchange page you only see the top 100 items and not all the items. Also, if you want to know the exact price of an item, go to OSBuddy.com and use their exchange page, because that's live, and the Grand Exchange page on the old school Runescape site is delayed, so price manipulation isn't that easy. I will get into how to sell items for the best price now. Okay, how to sell an item for the best possible price. It's easy as a cake, you just have to wait. So, first, I have these 75 rune plate bodies. I got them mostly from Black Demon Task from Slayer. Rune chain bodies, not plate bodies. So, we buy one rune chain body. We buy one first to look at the price. So we remember that price, 33299. We subtract 1 and sell it for that. So we sell it for 33298. And now we are the lowest seller. And now we can wait until those sell. Those will sell over time now, and I will get the best possible price. If I would have sold them instantly, I would have gotten less money. From the price checking, I only lose 1 GP once they're all sold. This is That way you don't lose any money to a flipper because you're already selling for the best price you can get at that certain moment without waiting until the other selling offers are completed of the other guys. You can also do the same thing with buying items. For example, I want to buy a cannonball. I want to buy loads of cannonballs. The best way to do that is I buy one cannonball. I sell this cannonball again. Remember that price here. It's only 1 GP difference, so here it's really bad to show. But now I can buy cannonballs for 217 GP. Actually, I should overcut by 1 GP for it to go fast. But if I overcut for 1 GP, I'm already in the price of the other guy. So we do another item that you use for Slayer. That would be, for example, prayer potions. So buying prayer potions, 10.2k, selling them again, 9.9. Now I check something because I think super restores are cheaper and they are better. So interesting fact for you guys. Super restores are cheaper than prayer potions and give you more prayer, so don't buy prayer potions, guys. So it's sold for 9,719, so I can buy loads of them for 9,720 and can wait for them to complete until I'm done with my next Slayer task. And for my next Slayer task, if I don't have any, I can buy like 10. And once I will come back to the next Slayer task, I suppose those items will have bought and sold. Okay, now I have something for you, how people fake screenshots. For example, you all know that there is a buy limit for certain items. For cannonballs, it's 7k. I will put a list of all the known buy limits into the description as well as the other links I told you in the video, so you can just look there. So I'm buying 7k cannonballs. I already bought one before, so I hit my buy limit now. So now I can take that out. Now I can buy a cannonball here, or I'm going to sell a cannonball here. Actually, I'm going to sell one of those for 5 mil GP. We all know that will never get accepted, but we just do that. We buy one for 5 mil GP, and now it gets accepted. Now we post this picture on Reddit and are like, what the fuck, someone bought my cannonball for 5 mil. And then we go to the history and we just show, oh look, there's no buy offer. I didn't fake it, but the buy offer is still in here. So yeah, they're just, most of those pictures can be faked. We can also do some random ones like, we need to hit the buy limit of any, or we can even do more. Let's do more. Let's take 320 mil. So we sell one of those for 320 mil. Nobody will buy that. Now we buy a cannonball for, I always type, I'm retarded. Cannonball for 320 mil. And we are like, what the fuck? Someone just bought my cannonball for 320 mil. Look here. Cannonball for 320 mil. Okay, that's something cool as well. Let's get to the next thing. Okay, next off, I have something funny. You can put in a random offer like this. You can buy Ellis for 1 GP, but 300 million Ellis. And now you have a nice image of how it would look like. Here you have an Ellie with a 300 mil on top of it. You can maybe use that for fake screenshots. Okay, completely useless. Now I will get into what happens if someone sells stuff that's worth more than max cash, but he puts it in for less than max cash. I will show you some images for that because I'm not going to lose huge amounts of money like this dude did. Right here you see an image of someone selling 8 Ellie's for only 268 mil each. At the time he sold those Ellie's were over 700 mil. So what happened here? The first Ellie got sold for something around 730 mil, even more maybe, to the highest buyer. The second one got sold to the highest buyer as well, the highest buyer at that point, after selling the first one already. The third one and all the later ones got sold for the highest buyer lower than max cash minus the amount of money the ones got sold before together for. Like, if the third one got sold for 680 mil, there would only be 7 mil left to reach max cash. So the fourth one got sold to someone who was buying an Ellie for less than 7 mil, or trying to. Someone bought an Ellie for only 50k, and that was actually a legit trade. So you can clearly see that stuff like this can happen. This was it for the video today from me. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you weren't too pissed about the length of the video, because it's quite long, because I wanted to make everything clear and understandable for everyone, because the concept of the GE can be quite confusing to people who just use it to dump items and buy items like 90% of our community. And I didn't see a video explaining it this far in detail as I did today. So I thought, why not make one myself? I thought I would be able to explain everything in 10 minutes, but it took me over 20. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. And if you didn't enjoy the video, press the dislike button, but please explain why you didn't like the video. This was it from me. Thank you and bye.